Hey guys, Mikey here. Welcome back to another short video of the intermediate data analysis in our tutorial series. So yesterday we looked at how to create a simple for loop, and today we'll be looking at how to create a simple while loop. I don't think it's that common as for loop, but yeah, definitely it's pretty useful. So like yesterday, let's try to learn how this works through an example. So here I have created one example for you guys, and let's first assign a variable I and with the value 1, and let's also have sum and have it as 0. And this is what you need to know. So once you understand this, you can try to replicate it. So one of the important parts is here the condition, or like the range where you want this to work. So this while loop will function as long as I is smaller than or equal to 4. So I we give it as 1 in the start. So if it has to be less than or equal to 4, then the values we have are 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this loop will run for 4 times, and here I have simplified the code so that you can know what's happening at each stage. So maybe we'll run this first and then I can explain to you. So now we have it. Maybe I should run it again to make sure that, yeah, you need to like make sure these values are exactly as what we define, because if you run this one time, then we will have some value for I and sum, and if you run it again, this value will be like added to the previous value. So just make sure that when you run this, you run from the start. Okay, now let's look into the results here. So what is happening here? So the first time I'm telling, okay, this loop to happen when I is equal to or smaller than 4, and the first we will have I equal 1, and it will print I. So it printed 1, and here we are giving that sum equals sum plus I. So the sum is initially 0, and we are adding it plus it with I. So 0 plus 1 equal 1. So that's the result we got here. And then I also printed the sum, so that is 1 plus 0, 1 it printed. And I just printed this so that we know where the separation is happening. And then towards the end of the while loop, you have to give this. So this is one of the most important part. So here I'm giving it I equal I plus 1. So that means that, so I was initially 1, now it will become 2, so that it will keep iterating and it will stop when it's 4. Because if you don't give this, I is always gonna be 1, and this is gonna get you into like something like an infinite loop, and yeah, that's not what you want. So make sure that you have this section in your code. So this is very important. So we are telling that I equal I plus 1 at the end of the first iteration. So towards the end of this first iteration, so if I'm giving print I here, it should print 2. So let's run this. Okay, so here let's see, yeah, so it's 2 here. So we have 1, 1, and 2. So that means that the I has changed to 2. I know that it's a bit confusing because this has to be below, but yeah, I just wanted to give you an idea of what's happening. So towards the end of the first iteration, we will get I equal 2, and so next time when it goes here, so I equal 2, it still satisfies the condition that it's less than or equal to 4. Let me run this again. Yeah, so it still satisfies. So on the second time when it print I, so the value of I we have is 2, right? And then we have sum equals sum plus I. So initially the sum was what? 1, and sum plus I is 1 plus 2, so that's going to be 3. So that's what printed here. Then we again tell I equal I plus I. So initially the I was 2 in the second iteration, so it will add again 1, so I will be 3. And the third time when it goes, it will be like we print I and I equal 3, and the initial sum was 3, so 3 plus 3 is 6. Same way I plus 1 will happen and it will become 4, and it still qualifies the condition here. So we will have, when we print I, we will get 4, and initially the sum was 6, and 6 plus 4 equal 10. But for the fifth time when we go here, So towards the end of the fourth iteration, we have I plus 1. So that is 4 plus 1 equals 5. But when we have I equals 5, it don't meet this requirement, right? So that's when this loop actually stops, or like we exit from this loop. So that's why we really need this part of the code, so that we know like when we can stop it. And if you print the sum, so that will be the final result. So like the sum here will be 10, so that's a sum of 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, so that's a 10. So that's also the result of the fourth iteration. Yeah, this is not easy explaining, but I hope you guys found this video useful. Let me know in the comment section how I can improve my presentation style. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Till then, ciao.